Day 16, and it's a bad day for us. Let's start with the Great British Pound Canadian dollar. Price reversed all the way and knocking our stop losses out. It's a full and complete loss on this one. It does look like it was quite close to the top. Let's have a look on the 1 minute chart. Oh yeah, that was close, all right. Oh, we got taken out right at the very top. This is the 1 minute chart, and right up there, wow. Be interesting to see where this one goes next. Hopefully not on a run, just because that would make us feel very unfortunate. The Heikin Ashi candle hasn't flipped, no signals have been lost, but the trade is gone. Meanwhile, on the Euro US dollar pair, this one we're going to have to close down manually. The Heikin Ashi candle signal has gone. Price moving against us, and all of these trades are $18 down at the moment, $54 total compared to the pound Canadian dollar, which was $94, $95 total. Either way, the trades have got to go, so we settle for the loss. It's better than a complete loss, but we'd certainly like to get a move and not have too many more of these rangy signals. No more active trades though. Let's see if we get any new ones. There's a good chance we do. They do seem to come pretty quick. Rapid fire trading on the daily chart. And here we go. New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Last time us to buy, we got the Heikin Ashi just turned blue. Price above the moving average and the awesome oscillator above zero. It's looking good to be able to enter that one. But let's just make sure there isn't any other trades that want that roll. You never know what's out there. Euro Swiss franc goes blue for the first time in a while. I wonder if it'll set up for another good move, or whether we'll see an orange candle come, but price stays in the range. Don't know what I've got that feeling about this chart about now. Sell signal comes on the Euro New Zealand dollar, so that's now two trade signals in favour of the New Zealand dollar. Any others? Sure is. New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar as well. Not coming through on the yen. Does look like it was almost there, but that is it. So we've got three signals, all in favour of the New Zealand dollar against the US, the Eurozone, or Canada. Let's do a round robin tournament of those three. See what comes out best. Euro had a stronger day against the United States dollar. US dollar had a stronger day against the Canadian dollar. And the euro also had a stronger day against the Canadian dollar. So that means the euro is the strongest of the three today. The United States dollar was the second strongest. And the Canadian dollar was the weakest. Since we're buying the New Zealand dollar, we want to buy it against the weakest currency. That'll be the Canadian dollar. 59.5 pips, that is the reading. That will be the distance to our stop loss. So you can see how our risk is calculated on screen now. And it will be 3 buy trades for us, all the signals in unison. Let's hope it works out better than the last 2 blue candles that have come, which have switched straight back to orange. We want this kind of run here. It's definitely a problem with the Heikin Ashi, how quickly those signals can turn in a range. Let's set our stop loss and take profit anyway. 1 times ATR and 1 times ATR, 1 times ATR and 2 times ATR. And that 2 times ATR take profit right up at the resistance level. Could get there with a decent run. Does look like it's possibly going to break out. And finally, we've got the trailing stop loss, 595 as well. So we don't want it to come back down. Sometimes this stop loss does feel a little bit tight. Might be better to maybe have it at 1.5 or 2 times ATR. Give yourself a bit more room. But for now, we're in a trade, which means we've got a shot. Got to be in it to win it. And we want to win it all. Let's come back tomorrow and see how the trade's doing. Day 17. And it's another loss. We are stacking them up with the Heikin Ashi entries. You can see the retracement that's come. Have a look at it on the 5-minute chart. Bit of a flash candle there. That was at 8 o'clock out the blue. Big spike in volume. And it's completely wiped out the stop loss. Feels pretty unfortunate, but it'll be interesting to see what happens in the coming days, or whether it breaches that level anyway. We've had plenty of trades, and I'm sure there's going to be some more out there. Let's have a look. US dollar, Swiss franc giving us the go-ahead. This was actually one of our very few successful trades. If we got into this one here, that one wouldn't have gone so good. It would have been insta close. So hopefully we lucked out dodging that one, and now comes the real signal perhaps. Let's just check for other signals before we dive in head first. We had the option of the Euro New Zealand dollar yesterday. That wouldn't have been going as bad. Would have been down a little bit, but doesn't look like the stop loss would have triggered. Although it does have that same high volume period there on the 5-minute chart. Same on the New Zealand dollar, US dollar. Don't think we would have got knocked out. No other signals though, so we can happily get into the US dollar, Swiss franc, selling off that US dollar. Let's take a look at that average true range, see what the reading is. Here we are, 0.0484 rounded up to 0.05. As always, 3 sub trades. Let's get in. We can set our stop loss and take profit for the 3 trades, which is all in place now. Hopefully this is a fresh trade with fresh profits waiting at the end of the rainbow. This could be the one. If we believe in the heart of the charts, it might come true. We'll be back tomorrow to see how it's going. Day 18, and are we surprised? We've been immediately knocked out of our US dollar Swiss franc trade, and the Heikin Ashi is absolutely dire this week. And I'm looking at this trade like, could we have extended the stop loss? 1.5 times ATR from the entry price would definitely have been knocked out as well. 2 times ATR, you might be safe, for now at least. But it is another $83.16 we've lost, now almost $700 down from the start, from $5,991 to $5,312. Let's see if we got any new entries. The Euro US dollar. This looks like it's gone down a lot today. I don't know about this signal. There's going to be such a retracement on it. What a plummet. Let's hope there's another trade available for us. US dollar, Japanese yen giving a signal as well. These are all in favor of the dollar, by the way. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen coming through with a buy signal as well. Euro, Canadian dollar, that's the sell signal. Euro, Swiss franc coming through. Great British pound, Canadian dollar, sell signal there. And who could forget the pound Swissy with a sell signal as well. After all that, we've got 8 competing entry signals. None of them on the Australian dollar or the New Zealand dollar. But we can make 3 pairs out of this. Okay, and we're going for the US dollar, Japanese yen, the Euro Canadian dollar, and the pound Swiss franc. 6 currencies, 3 currency pairs, 3 trades. Let's line up our risk and get in some entries. US dollar, Japanese yen, 63.8 pips. That's 1 times ATR value. It'll be at 0.05 lots, and we're going to buy it. So we've got all our take profit and stop loss and trading stop loss set for the US dollar, Japanese yen. Let's go to the Euro Canadian dollar, where we are selling the market, and the ATR is 80.8 pips. That's 0.04 lots for each of the subtrades. Finally, set the trading stop loss. So all that's set, at least we can see the second level of take profit on this one. Might be able to push downwards. And finally, the Great British Pound Swiss franc selling off on this one as well. 89.5 pips is the ATR reading. So we're down to 0.03 lots. With the take profit and stop loss now set as well. I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of faith in these trades based on the recent performance. I'm half expecting to come back tomorrow and find all of these wiped out by the stop losses. This price has been incredibly indecisive for us, at least in our signals. It's what happens sometimes, you get that bad run. We'll be back tomorrow to see if it's continuing. Day 19, and of our 3 trades, we have faced a loss. The Euro Canadian dollar went right against us, and this afternoon, just after 4:45, it did trigger the stop losses at $77.07 loss from that one. Thought it might have been good. Price had been pulling back, so it was ready for a drop off. It doesn't come though. And how about our active trades? Pound Swissy, not really much movement. All 3 sub trades still open. We are down about $1. Signals are fine for us, so no action required there. US dollar, Japanese yen looking a bit better. Still haven't taken profit from it though. Each of the sub trades are $7 up, and the Heikin Ashi candles are still blue. And I don't think we have to worry about price going below the moving average, although the awesome oscillator has been coming down. We really do want a big push on one of these trades, or one of the entries that might be lurking for us on the charts. Let's take a look, see if they exist. On the Australian dollar, US dollar, both filters change on the same day. You've got price now below the moving average, and the awesome oscillator is about to close beneath 0. Can be on the lookout for sell trades there. Not a lot of action out on the charts tonight, so we'll keep the faith with these 2 open trades. Both of them look like they do have the potential. We just got to come back tomorrow and see if they're getting any better. Day 20, right at the end of the week, and it ain't getting any better for us. As the pound Swiss franc, this candle right here has just turned blue, only by a touch. Very narrow margin, but it is there, and that does mean we will be closing it down. Going to give it until after we look through the charts first, see if it wants to change its mind, as it is super close, but it doesn't look good for us. Japanese yen not really moved much. You can see 50 cent down a piece on the trades, so basically at our entry price. Did go up for a minute or so price, but just a bit of a poke through. Certainly not enough to take profit, but at least we've still got the signals all good on that one. Let's have a look on those other charts, see if we've got any entries. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, Heikin Ashi turns blue. leading us in for hopefully another downtrend. One of those looked good. That's quite a nice one. Awesome oscillator was off, so we couldn't get in on it, but it turned out nice. Same for the Australian dollar Swiss franc. No extra entries, but we do still have 37 minutes until the close of the hour. So I'm going to give this one a bit more time just to see if it wants to turn around by the end. Really would like to keep it open if that's an option. Alright then, with just under 2 minutes to go until the end of the day, the candle has turned orange. That does mean we can keep it open. This is sometimes why it's important to wait right until the end of the day until you get that true reading. Gives us hope. Of course, very likely that we come back in 72 hours time and just find that it's knocked off the stop loss and that maybe it would have been better to close. But we can go into the weekend with hope and faith that actually this makes a complete turnaround and heads way south on Monday, all the way to the take profit if we're lucky. Do you feel lucky? And that's it for us this week. As I said, it wasn't a good one. Quite a few losing trades. That puts us now at $755 down. It's going to be a struggle for the strategy to come back, and we really need to catch a couple big trending moves to get there. Trading stop loss is going to have to put in the work somewhere if we plan to get green at all. So that is it from us as the candle closes for the weekend. We'll be back in 72 hours time. Sadly, let's just have one last look over in the journal and see how those trades have been going. Yeah, not so good in the journal. Let's scroll down. And where it looked like we might be coming back into some green, red has taken over big time. Really not a good week for us. It's about $400, $500 I think we lost. Not good at all. And they just kept coming. A lot of these we entered into. So you can see here we got into this the 8th, kicked out on the 9th. Got in on the 9th, kicked out on the 10th. Got in on the 10th, kicked out on the 11th. At least we got a bit of luck. We didn't have to make it another losing trade this week. Managed to keep that pound Swiss franc trade open, saw it through right till the end of the day. And we are thankful for that. But as I say, we really are going to need some big winning trades. We need to be hitting that 2 times ATR take profit level and getting that trading stop loss into the money. A couple $100 trades off the back of that would be really appreciated. Doesn't seem like we can at the moment, but we'll be back on Monday to see if we're doing any better. Any better at all.